Alright, buckle up, cuz we're diving straight into one of the softest, calmest, and honestly, low-key dreamiest moments from the Wang Yibo Xiao Zhan universe. The title alone, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan take a vacation to the mountains and enjoy the countryside atmosphere. Let's take a look. Already sounds like the intro to a healing drama. So let's roll with that vibe and craft something that feels warm, breezy, and super easy to enjoy. Here we go. Picture this, a little wooden cabin tucked between misty mountains. The air fresh enough to make you forget the chaos of the city, and two of Asia's most beloved stars stepping away from the spotlight just to breathe. Yeah, we're talking about that kind of getaway. Fans weren't ready, the internet wasn't ready, and honestly, the mountains probably weren't ready either. But here we are, breaking down this peaceful yet secretly romantic little escape starring Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan. No drama, no red carpets, no blinding city lights, just countryside quiet. Good weather, and two people who seriously needed a break. So, the story begins when Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan suddenly went off-grid. No announcements, no teasers, no suspicious airport sightings, literally nothing. Fans were just chilling, minding their own business, when suddenly a blurry photo appeared online showing two figures who looked very familiar hiking up a mountain trail. And of course, the fandom detective squad went into beast mode within seconds. Is that Yibo's jacket? Wait, that posture looks exactly like Xiao Zhan when he's holding his phone. And boom, the internet caught fire. Turns out, the duo chose a remote mountain area far from the usual tourist spots. We're talking tall pine trees, wide fields, the sound of running rivers, all the stuff that feels like it came straight out of a healing sea drama. People always say celebrities need time to recharge, but seeing Yibo and Xiao Zhan actually do it? That hits different. Both of them have been known to love quiet places. Yibo has always enjoyed being close to nature, especially anywhere he can enjoy fresh air and long walks. Xiao Zhan, meanwhile, loves peaceful environments where he can clear his mind and maybe doodle or sip tea without interruptions. Put them together in a countryside setting? It just feels right, like the kind of trip they would have taken even if no one was watching. Now let's talk about the real countryside vibes. According to local villagers who noticed them, very quietly, because no one wanted to invade their privacy, both Yibo and Xiao Zhan blended in surprisingly well. They dressed casually, nothing flashy, just comfy sweaters, hiking pants, and caps. If you weren't a hardcore fan, you might have thought they were two young travelers enjoying a peaceful weekend. One villager reportedly saw them strolling along a quiet pathway with tall grass swaying on both sides. They weren't rushing, they weren't hiding, just walking, chatting, and soaking up the morning air. There's something so endearing about imagining these two superstars enjoying something so simple. After all the award shows, filming schedules, brand events, and media noise, seeing them slow down feels refreshing. The countryside atmosphere also brought out their chill personalities. Yibo, who can be super reserved in public, seemed completely relaxed. He even took a few photos of the scenery with his camera, something he rarely gets a chance to do when surrounded by fans and paparazzi. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan looked effortlessly at peace, smiling often, taking in the green hills, the wooden fences, and the quiet homes scattered across the village. One thing fans absolutely live for is the small details, and oh boy, this trip was full of them. Someone spotted them stopping by a tiny roadside shop that sold homemade snacks. Imagine walking into a countryside store and casually seeing Wang Yibo trying to choose between sweet rice cakes and roasted chestnuts. And next to him, Xiao Zhan laughing at his indecisiveness. The mental image alone is enough to make the fandom ascend to another dimension. There was also a moment where they sat by a riverbank, not posing, not acting, just sitting, feet dangling above the water, letting the sound of the stream fill the silence. Yibo apparently skipped stones across the water like a kid, while Xiao Zhan just watched with that soft smile he does when he's amused but trying to pretend he's not. If a photographer had captured that scene, it would have looked like a magazine photo shoot for a healing retreat editorial spread. One particularly sweet detail came from a hiker who saw them from afar. It was said that Xiao Zhan stumbled slightly on a rocky path, and without hesitation, Yibo reached out and held his arm until he regained his balance. It wasn't dramatic, just a natural gesture of care, but of course, fans melted instantly. These two have always had a gentle, comfortable dynamic, and seeing it play out in a quiet, natural environment just makes everything feel softer. What made this trip special wasn't just the scenery, it was the freedom. No cameras, no scripts, no pressure to be perfect. Just two real people taking in the fresh air and living at their own pace. It's easy to forget how intense their careers are. Every interview, every photo shoot, every public appearance, all eyes are on them, all the time. A countryside escape like this is more than just a vacation, it's a moment to breathe. During their stay, they reportedly visited a small family-run farmhouse. The owner said they were polite, kind, and very curious about rural life. They asked about traditional cooking, farming routines, and even tasted homemade herbal tea that the family prepared. For once, instead of being the ones people observe, they were the ones learning, exploring, and blending into a world far quieter than their usual one. Another highlight was the fresh mountain breeze. Yibo, who loves fresh air and outdoor adventures, looked absolutely in his element. Xiao Zhan, always appreciative of calmness, found inspiration in the surrounding nature. It wouldn't be surprising if he ends up painting or sketching something from this trip later. You know how artistic he gets when he's inspired by peaceful places. We have to talk about nighttime, because mountain nights are something else. The stars look brighter, the air gets colder, and the whole world feels like it's wrapped in velvet. According to a local lodge owner, the two spent one evening sitting outside near a small bonfire. They talked quietly, shared snacks, and occasionally just looked up at the sky in comfortable silence. Imagine the glow of the fire reflecting in their eyes, the soft crunch of dried leaves beneath their boots, the wind brushing through the trees. It sounds almost cinematic. But that's the charm of countryside nights, they make everything feel like a movie scene. And these two? They fit that atmosphere perfectly. The owner mentioned that they were respectful, humble, and genuinely grateful for the peaceful environment. No diva attitudes, no special treatment demands, just two guests who wanted to enjoy the simplicity of rural life. It's moments like this that remind people why both Yibo and Xiao Zhan have such loyal fans. Their personalities remain grounded no matter how big their careers get. By the time they returned to the city, social media had already exploded. Fans were reposting every blurry photo, every eyewitness account, every tiny detail. Some joked that they wanted to resign from life and move to the mountains too, while others claimed they finally understood why rural romances in dramas are always so healing. What stood out the most was how happy they looked. The glow, the soft expressions, the carefree movements, all of it showed how much they needed and cherished this break. People forget sometimes that superstars are human too. They get tired, they need rest, and they crave quiet moments just like anyone else. This countryside vacation didn't just give them a breather, it gave fans a glimpse of a sweeter, softer side of their bond. Whether you see them as friends, brothers, co-stars, or something deeper. One thing's clear, the mountains brought out the gentlest version of them. And that's the full mountain retreat story, cozy, calm, and totally heartwarming. Whether you're here for the scenery, the vibes, or the Yibo Xiao Zhan magic, I hope it gave you a moment of peace too. Sometimes life gets loud, and all we need is a reminder that quiet places still exist and that even our favorite stars have to step back and breathe once in a while. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to stick around. Because who knows where these two will head next? Maybe a seaside trip, maybe a hidden cafe adventure, or maybe something even sweeter. See you in the next story, and until then, breathe deep, stay cozy, and keep your heart soft.